Okay, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another CYPRX video breakdown. In today's video breakdown, we're going to be going down the rabbit hole. I'm going to be showing you all how in some way, shape, or form, either indirectly or directly, Ripple is connected to these major companies revolutionizing our banking system, cross-border sector. With that being said, as always, if you all enjoy these deep dives, these rabbit hole connections, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate it. So in today's video breakdown, we're going to be talking about the Scallop chain. We're going to be talking about Modular. We're also going to be talking about Ripple. We're going to be talking about UK faster payments, SEPA, the single Europe payments area. We're going to be paying attention to key vocabulary words like interoperability, simplified. So piecing all of those things together, again, as always, I'm not telling you guys to go out and buy or sell XRP. This has actually nothing to do, technically speaking, with XRP, more so with the connections towards Ripple and how massively integrated they are with this digital transformation. So we're going to start here. Shout out to, I believe this information is from Robert, part of our CYPRX crypto research team, always dropping gems in the chat, staying ahead of the curve, paying attention to detail. So starting here on the Scallop chain website, this is where we're going to start to link the connections either directly or indirectly to Ripple. So here you can see, just reading a couple things off of here. What is Scallop chain? It aims to build the next generation of cross-chain banking platforms. It goes on to say some interesting key highlights. Scallop chain is blazingly fast Byzantine fault tolerance blockchain with a core KYC AML model, including in the consensus mechanism at the protocol level. Down here, it says a natural evolution into a truly global, decentralized online retail environment, which was very interesting. I highlighted that for you guys. It says right here, Scallop revolutionized traditional banking by reducing the friction at cost of cross-border transactions and payments. It goes on to mention a secured cross-chain bridge. And then down here at the bottom of the website, this is where it starts to get interesting. It says, this website is owned by Scallop Group, UAB, based in Lithuania. Scallop EU services are provided by Scallop Group UAB through Modular FS Europe. So there's the first connection with Modular, which again we'll get into in just one second, which we all know by now, or at least you should if you're a Ripple XRP holder and do Ripple research, that Modular is a partner of Ripple, and we'll get into that in just one second. But down here, we also see on the Scallop chain website, we see the SEPA, again, the single Europe payments area, and we see faster payments. We also see Visa being mentioned. Interestingly enough, we saw all the scares and the woes saying that Visa and MasterCard are pulling out of crypto and da-da-da-da-da, but behind the scenes, they're running the back end of these up and coming, digital revolutionizing technology systems like Scallop chain, for example, okay? It's just interesting. So moving over here, this is where we're going to start to get into the vocab. It all is correlated across the board, either indirectly or directly with Ripple and Ripple's partners. So here's one of the first vocabulary words that I want you all to pay attention to, which is simplified. It says digital money simplified, straight on the top of the scallop.com website. When we go down here, it talks about it being ultra fast. You guys can see right here, it's regulated. Very interesting to say the least. Talks about the coin that's utilized on the platform, Scallop coin. I'm not going to get into that today. Coming down here, paying attention to detail and remembering what I taught you guys about this digital revolution, how people in the future are going to be going to Starbucks to utilize cryptocurrency. Well, interestingly enough, look at this. They have like a little application picture here. And interestingly enough, it says and talks about utilizing cryptocurrency for a latte at Starbucks, right? Yet these individuals that are out there amongst the general public have no idea what's happening in the back end, okay? Their Visa cards right now that they go up and pay for, see here, down here at the bottom, right? Their little Starbucks transactions, swipes their card, and it happens in the settlement in what, 3 to 5 seconds, okay? All of that's about to be transitioned over to the blockchain technology, ladies and gentlemen. And here, again, is another example of that, proving the theories that we've been talking about here at CYPRX for the longest time. Some more interesting key highlights. It says the next generation of a cross-chain banking platform, the first ever banking chain with KYC AML chain integrated at the protocol consensus level. You guys can go check out Scallop coin in the ScallopX.com platform if you guys want to and dig a little bit further. I'm mainly here to connect Ripple to all of this. So with that being said, let's come over here to the Scallop white paper. An interesting key part of this white paper, it goes on to say Scallop EU accounts and debit cards are provided by Modular FS Europe Limited, who are authorized and regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland. Scallop follows financial reporting standards and statements of the standard accounting practice issued by Accounting Standards Board. So it mentions here Modular. Okay, it says right here, Scallop UK accounts, specifically talking about the United Kingdom. Scallop UK accounts and debit cards are provided by Modular. Now, how does this play an important role in connections to Ripple? Well, if we come over here and we remember back in the day, okay, Ripple enables Modular to deliver seamless payments across the UK and Europe. Again, coming back over here, the connections between Europe and the UK, we have the UK faster payment system right here being mentioned on the bottom of the scallopchain.com website. And we also have the single Europe payments area being mentioned right here in connection with Scallop Chain, right? Which again, in turn, I will show you are all connected either indirectly or directly with Ripple. Coming back over here, this is the little tiny video clip as to why Modular is utilizing Ripple. Okay, it goes on to say, and I'll play this for you guys in just 1 second, but it goes on to say the partnership lays the groundwork for even bigger things to come. At Modular, we are excited to be working with Ripple on delivering real-time, price competitive and reliable payments into the UK and Europe. Again, there's another connection to the UK and Europe, and then globally in the coming months, right? Now, something interesting on this little tiny clip right here is it says on this little tiny snippet right here, it says 10 seconds or less. Remember how we correlate vocabulary and how the elite individuals utilize vocabulary and symmetry across the board. So pay attention. I'm actually going to write this one down right here because I didn't write that down. 10 seconds or less, because this pops up multiple times in other documents. So pay attention to this, okay? So let's play this for you all real fast. Again, why it is that Modular is partnered with Ripple. Sit back, relax, and listen to this little tiny video breakdown.
So Modular decided to join RippleNet to work with a partner that had the same values as us, as providing better, superior access to the payment networks. So with Ripple, we're bringing that in a much more simplified, easy access form.
Pause right there. Did you guys hear how he said a much more easy, simplified? I'll play that back for you guys again. Simplified access. Check this out.
Much more simplified, easy access form.
Boom. Remember how I told you guys, okay? They use the same vocabulary across the board. Digital money, simplified. Do you all see what I'm saying? Are you guys starting to pick up pieces of the puzzle now, right? I'm not crazy. They utilize these key vocabulary words across the board. So there's one little tiny gem, little tiny connection. Digital money simplified. And you guys heard this individual right here from Modular mention that. I'll replay that one more time.
So with Ripple, we're bringing that in a much more simplified, easy access form. We believe we bring very strong access to the local network. So as a strategic clearing partner here in the UK and Europe, we have deep direct access. So we're one of the few non-bank financial institutions that have direct access to the Bank of England.
Okay, so again, we heard this gentleman say that they have direct access to the Bank of England. He also mentioned European clearing payment systems and also the UK clearing payment systems in direct correlation with RippleNet and benefiting their customers. So I cannot stress enough, and you guys also heard him mention the vocabulary term simplified, right? Digital access simplified. It's just interesting, again, how the vocabulary across the board always stays the same. So moving over here, this is where we're going to piece together some more interesting vocabulary for you guys. So this is a fundamental that came out February 1st, 2022. Modular and Ripple announces a strategic partnership to enable seamless payments into the UK and Europe. It goes on to say, since inception, Modular has focused on building a seamless payment as a service solution into the European and UK payment rails, with access to critical payment infrastructures in the UK, including faster payments. So there's the UK faster payments mentioned again, which is mentioned at the bottom of the scallopchain.com website. Okay. And then it goes on to say, and BATS, CHAPS, SWIFT, and the SEPA in Europe, again, in connection with the Scallop chain. SEPA, you guys can see down at the bottom. So it's all either directly or indirectly correlated to Ripple. It goes on to say, its access and deep expertise of the European payment landscape made Modular an ideal partner for Ripple. Moreover, Modular is one of the few non-banks to be directly connected to the Bank of England. Bank of England is going to play an important role later on, allowing the payments platform to settle funds at the central bank. And you guys already know how digitally and fundamentally integrated Ripple is with the Bank of England. We're not going to get into that in today's video breakdown, but paying attention again to some more key vocabulary, I just want to take your attention down here. This is straight from the ripple.com website. And remember, I told you guys before we read this real fast to pay attention to the key vocabulary. Well, check this out right here. I have highlighted in purple for you guys, 10 seconds, right? It goes on to say, the European Payments Council, by the way, this is from Ripple, talks about an accelerated shift to instant payments across Europe. As a matter of fact, I'll just start reading this, okay? It says the UK, the Bank of England, again, so there's another mention of the Bank of England on the Ripple website, is renewing its real-time growth settlement service to deliver a range of new features and capabilities for payments and settlements between financial institutions. The UK's new payments architecture, NPA, for retail payments is also developed to enable access to single clearing and settlement mechanisms, using ISO 20022 messaging to enable more participants to utilize the UK payments infrastructure and continue to be interoperable with payment services across the globe. It goes on to say the European Payments Council has also made progress through the SEPA Instant Credit Transfer System, an update to the original SEPA Single European Payments Area program designed to reduce friction with data and cost issue in Euro payments, which requires payments to clear in 10 seconds. Remember, I told you guys, right? Key vocabulary. We come back over here and we remember 10 seconds or less being mentioned on the Modular website, which also is a partner of Ripple. Again, either directly or indirectly correlated with the vocabulary, all tying itself into Ripple, the company. Okay. It goes on to say the UK, the faster payment system enables payments to move quickly and securely to and between UK bank accounts in 24 hours a day. So let's connect all of this. People are probably like, oh, you know, SEPA, UK faster payments has nothing to do with Ripple. Do you all remember when this PDF came out? This is from the HM Treasury Payments Landscape Review, okay? A response to the call for evidence. And who participated in this response to the HM Treasury? Scrolling down here, this is where it starts to get interesting. It goes on to say, this document sets out the government's response to the call for evidence, its vision for payments and priority areas, and actions for government regulators and industry to deliver on this vision. Again, a vision of this digitalized future, this restructuring of our payment infrastructure. I cannot stress enough, it is coming, ladies and gentlemen. If we scroll all the way down to the bottom, who participated in this? Okay, we see Modular, right? We see Pay UK, which is the UK faster payment system. We see SEPA, and we also see Ripple, right? So take all of those things in mind. I mean, we see some other major entities on here. R3, we see Visa, we see MasterCard, American Express, Apple, right? Major key players. And Ripple in some way, shape, or form is either always directly correlated or indirectly correlated with these findings, with these visions, with these future prospects of our digital payment infrastructure. Now, we already know, okay, Ripple is heavily integrated and correlated with the UK. They even came out with a PDF that says block by block, building up the UK as a global crypto asset center. So that was very interesting as well, considering the fact that we started here and the UK faster payments is mentioned down here at the bottom of this chart. In this PDF, it specifically mentions and talks about the UK faster payment system and whatnot, and how integrating it with blockchain and distributed ledger technology will revolutionize the United Kingdom's payment infrastructure. I won't get into that. So connecting again, Ripple to the SEPA and the UK faster payments, here's another interesting connection. This is back from June 14, 2022. It goes on to say, Modular and Ripple for cross-border payments, Reminiscent Online taps in. The Brazil-based fintech Remissa Online has chosen Modular and Ripple to supercharge its cross-border payments from Brazil into the UK and Europe. Joining forces with Modular and Ripple, Remissa Online can now provide its customers with access to single European payments area, SEPA, instant payments, and the UK faster payments, enabling them to make payments 24/7, 365 days a year, and around 10 seconds to the UK and Europe. Again, this is now 3 fundamental documents where they mention 10 seconds or less, and the UK and Europe all in one, right? Together, the Modular and Ripple partnership will make it easy than ever for Remessa Online, I hope that I'm saying that correctly, Remessa Online to run real-time payments internationally with Modular's domestic access to UK and the European payment rails and RippleNet's international infrastructure. RippleNet's international infrastructure. The vocabulary is right there in front of your face. Global business like Reminisce Online have an alternative to legacy correspondent banking and can now make payments into the UK and Europe. Last but not least, this is another interesting connection to the UK faster payment system and the SEPA for Ripple. By joining Ripple's growing global network, financial institutions can process payments worldwide instantly, reliably, and cost effectively. This has to do with 3S Money. The 3S Money Club is pleased to announce that we are joining RippleNet. It goes on to say, once connected to RippleNet, we can communicate directly with all of them. They're talking about the banking institutions, these finance payment rails in the UK and the Europe area. It goes on to say that means we can settle payments faster through local partners across the globe rather than send pricey international money transfers. For example, if our client pays out to Malaysia, our local Ripple partner will get our payment instruction on blockchain in seconds and settle immediately through a Malaysian domestic payment rail. Other network members from other parts of the world may choose to use 3SMC as an entry point into the UK Faster Pay or the EU SEPA. So again, either directly or indirectly correlated to Ripple in connection with who this company is connected with, the SEPA, faster payments. We know that they're tied in with Modular, running their back end of their system, a connection and a partner of Ripple. It's all interconnected. They're utilizing the same vocabulary. They mentioned the term simplified. We mentioned 10 seconds or less, right? And how it's all tied in to how massive this digital transformation is about to be. It's honestly, like I said, has nothing to do with XRP, more so showing you all how fine-tuned and heavily integrated Ripple is, playing a massive key role and revolutionizing our digital payment infrastructure in the future. With that being said, do your own personal research. Nothing that I'm constituting here is financial advice. This is me just connecting some interesting dots that were displayed to me in the CYPRX group chat for you all here. As always, many blessings to you all. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. We do appreciate the love and the support. Hitting that thumbs up button goes a long way. Smashing that subscribe button does so as well. Many blessings as always. Be cognizant, be aware, and I will see you all in the next video breakdown.